then leave home. Just try to interact with each other. Okay, that's the purpose of this thing. निखिल, you want to take a tea consult का क्या हुआ? नहीं हो रहा? हाँ. You start with yours. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Start कर दो. अच्छा. हमारा start कर दो. tea consult नहीं हो रहा अभी. अभी संदीप ने start कर दिया. Now we are going live. Okay. निखिल. Okay, hello one more time because we are live on YouTube, and put your best faces on because sometimes you're going to pan the camera to your side as well. All right. Okay, guys, welcome. Hello, good evening. It's not like a school. You don't have to do that, but still, just want to check if you are, active, alive. So, who is attending this learner meetup for the second time? Okay. Really? I saw a lot of people who came for, yeah. So many of you are coming for the first time? Okay, that's great. That's great. All right. So folks, let me give you the quick agenda. So we'll start with a welcome note. And we are having a big announcement that we'll make. And after that, we are going to discuss the trends in data analytics and AI, and which is kind of related to how you can prepare for 2025. And then we have our guest speaker today, Mr. Amit Chandak, and he will help you discover Fabric. How many of you know Fabric, Microsoft Fabric? Right. Okay. So we have the MVP here, Microsoft MVP here. He's gonna definitely help you understand that more. And then we'll talk about a bit of initiatives that we are doing and how you can contribute to those initiatives. We'll discuss that. And throughout the session, there will be a fun quiz, right? And the winners are going to get some goodies. And then we'll break out. And after that, it's going to be pure talking. Like we'll network, we'll talk with each other. I'm not going to bore you with slides or things like that. Even the slides will be interactive. And after that, we'll do the talking. Okay, ready? Okay. I have to say, it really feels like a classroom. This is the first time I'm doing like this kind of a setup. And it's good. I could see all your faces. Yeah. All right, for those, I think all of you know this, that we are an online community, data community, no need of this thing. And so you know Dhaval and myself, for those of you who don't know, so Dhaval started this YouTube channel like 7 years back, and then I joined 3 years back, so you know what we are doing. And so folks, there will be a fun quiz throughout the session. It will be based on the things that we are discussing, something related to data. So you can scan the QR code, and the top 3 winners will get a Codebasics hoodie. So I'll show the QR code later as well. You can share it, you can scan it now. How many of you are coming from outside Hyderabad? I saw a few people. Wow, that's great. Where are you all coming from? Pune. Oh, nice. Andhra. Hello. Okay, cool. All right, for folks here and folks on online, please scan the QR code. So we are going to start with the fun quiz. And in case you're not able to scan, you can just type slido.com on your browser and then type the code. Come on, guys, it's free. Nothing, nothing is going to be charged. Just participate. It's going to be fun. All right. Okay, just tell where you're coming from. If you're coming from, so that we know who are your neighbors. And there are people joining online as well. Okay. No wonder Hyderabad is in the top. Okay. Oh, who's coming from Bengaluru? Oh, you. Nice. Great. We have. So, what do you look forward to most from us? Just want to know. Okay. More offline meetups. I see a lot of takers for offline meetups and communities. That's great. So, which is exactly connected. A lot of people wanted the offline meetup and community. So we know the benefit of that. We know the power of that, right? Like you get to connect with like-minded people and discuss more with them and grow together. So what's the big announcement about? It's exactly going to be around the thing that you asked for, and so we have conducted meetups in several locations across India. We have started in Vadodara, and then in Bengaluru, Chennai, then in Hyderabad last year, then Ahmedabad, and then we did it in Hyderabad again. So this is the one that we did last January. I think many of you attended that, and I guess some of you are recognizing your photo from there. That's nice. And then we did in Mumbai recently, and it's a complete joy. Then we did again in Chennai, recently in Bangalore. So we have been doing it across cities and you know across the last over the last 2 years, but we were not able to do it like more consistently like you are demanding, and in more cities. So that's the reason we wanted to start this next gen community for data folks, right? A community where you can truly connect with people and learn from each other, learn about the trends, where you won't feel like there is some gap in what you know versus what's happening in the industry. That's the sort of thing that we want to facilitate. And for that purpose, I'll just start with a story, right? Like, so this is Kushbu Rani. She's one of our learners. So she is not coming from a tier 1 city. So she started her journey, and she came to know, and she did a lot of online networking. Just with the help of online networking, she was able to crack a job, and she's doing great now, and she's also helping a lot of other people. So like Kushbu Rani, there is, Ishan, who told me in the last meetup when I met him in Bengaluru that he's helping a lot of learners. Even he's doing calls during his office hours just to help them. So there are people like Ishan, there is Mahinder, he told that he's supporting people, lot of people like this. So now just think, there are a lot of people like this, like people like you. and a lot of people who need support. So what we are going to build is connecting all these people together. So I just gonna show a little AV that reveals what is it about. So watch out for it. So the community to really connect people and bring them all together. And this will have our entire core team supporting that. I would like to bring them on stage. Yes, come on. So guys, really need your support for this Indian Data Club. I'm happy to announce that we are going to start this community in across all the cities. Like there will be offline meetups happening more regularly in Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Chennai. Any other cities left? Any cities that you want that is left? Chennai is there. Noida, Delhi, Noida, Delhi NCR. Come on, guys. Okay. So we'll try to cover more places, but this is going to happen with your support. How many of you are interested in, I want to know, like 80% of you said yes to this. How many of you see benefit in this? Once this is started in Hyderabad, more consistently. Yeah? Good to see some hands rising. And so thank you folks. We were able to do this with your support so far. And so we are also doing this as not just in India. We are going to start this in US as well, so because we have some learners there, and we also have Dhaval in US. So Dhaval can be there in US and conduct this offline meetups. So we are going to start this from 2025. So folks, if you are interested in joining this community, this is already online. You can scan this QR code and join one of those clubs, the city clubs. So it's a Discord thing, which is already active. It's already happening right now. Yeah. So if you're part of the WhatsApp group, the link is already sent to you. You can scan that and get in. Right. Okay. Thank you, team. Thanks for your support. Put some support here, no? Like. Okay, guys, ready for some interactive quiz, fun quiz? Okay, so how this works is you have to answer this correct and answer this fast. Okay? Okay, let's see the names. Ratnadeep, Prabhav, Rajesh. Great. I think almost all of you got it right. All right, the leaderboard stays the same. We'll come back to it. And so let's keep it very interactive. Again, I don't want to simply are merging, that's correct. Anybody can tell why the roles are merging? Anyone? Yeah, please.
It's both. It's AI is also coming, it's taking over, and also the funds are squeezing.
Okay.
And startups needs. I mean, the startups are increasing, and the startups need more and more people to
Yeah.
can do the work together.
So I won't say that AI is taking over, but AI is kind of enabling this change, is how I see this. You're right. AI is making the work easier for humans. So when the work gets easier for humans, what happens? Like the humans can do more work. So that's why the roles are getting merged. The tools are making it more easier for humans. So back then you have to know a lot of coding. Then you see a lot of low code tools like Power BI, Power Apps. You can build an app right now, right? How many of you use Power Apps? Right. You can build an app. It's pretty much easy to build an app. It's plug and play. And so great. I think I've sourced enough of the input. We can use of that for our competitive advantage. All right. Okay. So I want to present the three data trends that you should watch out, which is already there. It's not like a new trend, or it's not something like I'm not predicting like it will happen in 2025. I'm saying it's already happening right now, and this is what you should focus in the immediate future. Okay. The first thing is unified analytics. The second thing is self-service BI. And the third thing is Gen AI. Okay, I'll talk about each of this. Unified analytics. Anyone here who knows what is unified analytics? What does it mean? Yes? Yeah, you can speak here. Okay, very simple. One word. Great. Yeah, it's yes, Microsoft Fabric is in the forefront of unified analytics. So I'll just give you an example, right? Unified analytics is nothing but connecting all the tech roles. So previously, I think the gentleman over there said the roles are getting merged. It's true. Now, all the tech roles, like a person who is a data engineer was specifically focusing only on data engineering things, and a person who's a data analyst is focusing only on, like getting the data and then building insights. Now these two things are getting slightly merged. It was kind of already merged when the Power BI was there, because in Power BI you did data modeling, and that's a miniature version of data modeling what data engineers would do. It's not the same. It's not exactly the same in terms of scale, but the concepts, the underlying fundamentals are pretty much similar. So now, connecting all the roles, which is like data engineering, data analytics, and data science. So Microsoft Fabric, you can see this particular tool is kind of doing that. So you see the first part of that is data engineering, and then there comes data analytics, and then data science. You can also, run a ML model. You can also deploy AI to models and all those things within this platform. So I'm going to give a very little brief here, but Amit is here, so he's going to talk to you a little bit more about that. So when I say unified analytics, it is not just about connecting the tech roles. It's also about connecting the tech to non-tech roles. Okay. So what I really mean by that is, think about the Microsoft Power Platform. So you have Power BI, and through Power BI, you can connect it directly to a Power App and give to the end user. How many of you know in Power BI, you can download a PowerPoint that is having a live connection to the dashboard? How many of you know that? How many of you have did that in your company? Hasn't it made the life of the stakeholders a lot easier? My stakeholders, they loved when I think it came in 2019, if I'm not wrong. When I first did that, they were like, oh, every month they used to ask me to change the slides and everything. Then I said, like, you don't need to change the slide. It will update automatically. They thought I did some magic or I did some coding. No, I am never a coder. And so these kind of things is what unified analytics means. It's kind of unifying all the roles together, right? So you cannot simply say that, no, I'm only a Power BI developer. No, I'm only an SQL person. I'm only a Python person. No, you need to have a bit of all these things. And you need to know how this work together connectedly. For that, you need to know what is the business outcome. So is there anyone here who's doing a work without knowing what is the business outcome of that? Okay, I see a lot of shy hands not raising, but you should not be doing that. You should be really knowing what is the business outcome of what you're doing. Then only you'll be able to connect all these tools together. is Gartner Magic Quadrant. There is a very important reason you need to follow this because companies follow this. This is a very well-respected research agency in the world. So what companies simply do is, these people release the trends every year. So what tool is being used, which tool is, you can see here, they have been rating Microsoft in the top for the last 5 to 6 years in terms of BI. So if Gartner is doing that, it's pretty much an evident that a lot of companies are going to use Microsoft tools. So you might have some questions, right? Like, oh, which tool should I learn for Power BI, Tableau, or should I learn Looker, or all those things? My simple answer is like, start with any tool, right? If you know which tool you're going to work with exactly. But if you don't know which tool you're going to work with exactly, follow reports like this and pick the top one from there. Because this is the tool that is used by maximum number of companies. So if you learn, let's say Power BI, it is not going to be super difficult for you to learn Tableau. It's like learning to drive one bike, and now the other bike you can drive. It's pretty much similar, and the controls are slightly different. So you perform the analysis, they create the dashboard, and by the time they create or provide the analysis, they create the dashboard, and by the time they create or provide the solution, the requirement is not there anymore. They have moved on to something else. So most of the time, the companies or the businesses, the functions, they need insights like immediately. They say like, I want it yesterday. It's that urgent because the business is that dynamic. So what's going to happen is, because the business is that dynamic. So what's going to happen is like, so when you are performing ad hoc analysis, there is a lot of waiting time. When you do a self-service BI, the waiting time has reduced, and the control lies within the business functions. For example, I was a data analyst in supply chain function. There used to be a central IT team. They used to prepare the reports before. When I joined my company, I started preparing it for them. I already had some supply chain knowledge. So what is the key difference here? A generalized IT person creating those dashboards and insights versus a person who's having the supply chain knowledge creating those dashboards and insights. What is the main difference here? Creating those dashboards and insights. What is the main difference here? Sorry? Domain knowledge? Yes. Guys, that's going to be the key trend for that you need to watch out. Having a specialized domain knowledge or having idea about multiple domains, and functions is going to be a key five, right? Any experience, where can I get domain knowledge? I cannot give you the exact replacement for real experience, but I can give you some compensation. Just check out these resources. There are a lot of interesting case studies and a lot of stories, customer stories from Microsoft, and really good architecture diagrams that you can learn from. So here you will understand how the tech tools are used to provide insights to the business and which function it's affecting. So for example, you will, if you look into supply chain, you will understand what are the key metrics of supply chain. You will understand what are the key metrics of HR. Okay. All right, very famous topic, Gen AI. Okay. So guys, this is a fuzzy term that everybody is talking about, right? Like in your office or wherever you're thinking, everybody's saying Gen AI, and all those things, but nobody is really, understanding the basics of it. So I would say, forget about Gen AI. Just go home today. First, understand what is machine learning. Just try to start from the basics. You have to first understand what is machine learning. You'll have to understand what is statistical machine learning. You'll have to start from such basics. There is a good YouTube video. You can check that, and which will give you the proper fundamentals. Without understanding what is machine learning, you cannot have a proper understanding of what is Gen AI. So once you understand what is machine learning, then you understand what is deep learning. Deep learning is nothing but a specialized branch of machine learning. You'll have to understand that as well. So without understanding machine learning and deep learning, you won't understand what is transformers. So how many of you know transformers? What are transformers? Great. Sorry? Okay. Not that one, but yeah, still you can connect to that. So if you, like a lot of people say transformers and they don't have the real meaning of it. You have to understand what is a transformer. Then only you can understand what is LLM. And then you can understand what is a RAG and what is a lag chain and all those things. Then you can understand what is Gen AI. So there is a full 3 hours course. This is a free course. This is something you should definitely watch. And even if you are into data analytics, data engineering, data science, it doesn't matter. You need to understand this much about Gen AI, right? Scan the QR code, and this will certainly help you. Okay, all right. Now I'm going to any questions on these 3 trends, or anybody wants to share anything? Okay, folks. Now I am going to give the stage to welcome Mr. Amit Chandak, please, to the stage. To talk about Microsoft Fabric. Thank you, Amit.
Yeah, thanks. I have a bad throat and bad data platform MVP. I'm Chief Analytics Officer at Canarica, Power BI community super user for last 4 years, and I'm also a YouTuber. I have my own channel where I keep on talking about Power BI and Microsoft Fabric. Fine. So in May 2023, usually every May Microsoft have some big announcements. So in May 2023, Microsoft announced this platform, Microsoft Fabric, and it was launched as public preview. And this is one of the biggest step Microsoft has taken in recent past into data analytics. Now, quite a few steps along with it is taken on the AI area, but this was one of the biggest steps where Microsoft tried to create a holistic data analytics environment. Now, before Microsoft Fabric, we were buying kits. We say, okay, I want to do data analytics. Okay, I need a lake, I need a data warehouse, I need a BI tool, I need data transformation, ETL engine. So we used to go buy kits from Azure or Google or AWS, whatever tools are available, and we used to build this entire end-to-end analytics. So then this Microsoft Fabric came in. So this is the definition I forced ChatGPT to write down. It was writing something different, so I forced it, no, you have to include these things. Still, this one missed few things. So basically, Microsoft Fabric in its attempt to build an end-to-end platform which can do data science, data analytics, data transformation, real-time analytics, and data visualization. And very recently, they have added SQL DB, which means you will now be able to also build in the transactional app. So usually what happens is transactional data is not part of the data analytics, or transactional data capturing is not part of it. But what they have done recently, they added the SQL database, which means now Microsoft Fabric is not only about the data which is basically coming from your ERP or something, but you will also be able to use SQL DB where the data which is generating using forms or Power Apps, that can also become part of the Microsoft Fabric. So means data generation is basically when the form entry happens, that can also be part of Microsoft Fabric. Again, definitely you need to take help of either the UI tools like Power App or some other tools where you can actually get that data generated. Okay, so basic definition of data analytics, and this is the definition I'll use to justify the need of an environment like Microsoft Fabric. I already talked that it's bringing it together, but why there was a need? So basically the process of data analytics or business intelligence involve 4 steps. Bring this data together and then take a decision. And then there is a process to bring all those things together and to take a decision. So we are doing for last 20, 30 years. This business intelligence is not a new term. Data analytics, data warehousing, these are not new terms. We are doing this for last 30 years. Like 20 years back when I started my career, we were doing the same stuff, a little differently. But I joined the DBI team in Oracle, and we were doing the same data analytics. We were having the same definition 20 years back. So what's that, still what is the challenge which Microsoft Fabric is trying to address? Okay, so what happens is our last 20 years, the industry has matured, and we got lot many products. This is a very small slide, but usually Arun, the owner of the Microsoft Fabric team, the VP, he shows a little bigger slide where you have more than 1,000 plus tools. So to do this in data analytics, these 4 steps, and maybe you can also build in security, VPN and everything, you have more than 1,000 plus tools to choose from on different clouds. So, if you are a technology officer in a company or information technology officer in a company, you have to make a choice between 1,000 tools to just do your data analytics. So sometimes you feel you like a chief collection officer or chief decision making officer. And you can have a project which actually to select what exactly you are going to use in your data analytics journey. So you can have a project for 2 to 3 months. Okay, which should I take Power BI or Tableau? Should I use Azure versus GCP? Should I use Redshift versus Snowflake? Should I use Azure Synapse or not? So there are too many products. And when there are too many products, there will be different experiences. None of these products are merged together. Synapse did not make for Azure SQL, nor with Power BI, nor Tableau will made together. So they have different experiences. And when you have the tools with different experiences coming from different places, you will definitely have different licenses, different configuration. You need to create users, assign them permissions. You need to create the keys so that they can work together. Source of truth, but our approach is creating multiple source of truth. And longer development cycle, costs are always challenge for any data analytics project. Now, I usually have 3-4 slides for this, but I've consolidated this into the one slide to showcase you some of the challenges. So what happens in a bigger data analytics cycle? You bring in data, you dump it actually in a lake, what we call the bronze layer. It has exact replica of your data from all the sources. Now you create the first copy. Now the data could be in CSV format, any format. Now when you want to go and want to create a silver layer or maybe gold layer is more appropriate for this. So when you want to create the gold layer, what happens is you actually need data which is there in data warehouse. So data warehouse is usually a choice for gold layer because we say our single source of truth is a data warehouse. And usual technology is any technology which supports SQL like Azure Synapse, Azure SQL, Cosmos DB, Snowflake, etc. We choose those things for data warehouse. Now none of these technology understand those files which are storing in lake. They have the faster ways to retrieve it. So what we do, okay, let's copy this data into this system. So the bronze data you copy into the system which you are having. So you create one copy of there. Now this data got transformed. You are very happy. I have single source of truth lying in one of the either Snowflake, Synapse or somewhere. Now you have a BI tool of your choice, Tableau, Power BI, anything. You go to that tool. The tool says it works best on import mode. Bring that copy in. It's complete copy of the Snowflake have their own format, and that's the issue because they don't understand. So we are creating multiple copies. Every time you create a copy, you need to create a sync or the ETL or the data transformation layer to make sure that all the data is in sync. You're creating development. And then I famously call this black box, not so black here. But what happens is, as I think we also talked when he was talking, that analyst role and all those. What happens is, an analyst will understand Power BI, okay, most of the time. He will not understand your SQL unless he's a technical analyst. So you bring in data to data lake, you need a data lake explorer. You bring it to Snowflake, you need to know SQL or you need to know some kind of technology. You say, no, I can bring that to Power BI using direct lake or Tableau to using direct queries. It will be real faster, but the performance. It entirely dependent on database. Then you need bigger database. Then you say, okay, prefer it in import mode. And the moment you come to the import mode, it means the entire copy will happen. So this becomes a black box. The entire cycle is a black box where the technology is making it difficult for end user to look into what you are doing. They can't help you out. And by the time you reach to the end user by bringing in this data, transforming it and showcasing it on Power BI dashboard, it's already too late. The requirements have changed. And most of the time it happens. You show the report, they say these challenges. So little modified slide, what you have seen previously, because I added the SQL database, which has been recently launched. So that's the only addition from what you have seen previously. So Microsoft Fabric is bringing in best of the technologies available with them, especially on Azure and Power BI. So they are bringing data factory basically for data collection, which include data pipelines, data flow Gen 2, which also include there is something known as copy job. Then we have few more stuff out there. Then we have data science, where you have the notebooks, where you have lake houses. And then we have real-time analytics. We have SQL database for transactional data capturing. We have Power BI for visualization and real-time alerting using data activator. All these things are laid on a single foundation known as one lake. Every data is going to be saved on one lake, whether meta or data. That's the one thing. Second is all the structured data, exception SQL database. All the structured data, exception SQL database is going to be saved in Delta Parquet format. So what we call lake house here, which is a kind of a lake kind of architecture, lake centric, or a warehouse, again based on lake centric architecture, is going to save the data in Delta Parquet. Power BI understand Delta Parquet, real-time analytics understand Delta Parquet, Data Factory understand Delta Parquet. They can read or write. Some can do both, some can do one of those jobs, and everything is in Delta Parquet, so I don't need another copy. So if I saved my data on warehouse, the lake house can understand it, the Power BI can understand it, so we don't need multiple copies of data just because one technology doesn't understand the other technology. For SQL databases, the data is not saved on Delta Parquet, but immediately a real-time copy is created in Delta Parquet format. So it means to analyze that data, again, you don't need to create a copy. You don't need to be worried about. It is mirrored real-time. So you will always get that data in Delta Parquet, and you can merge it with other data which you are getting in Delta Parquet in your lake houses and warehouses, and can do your analysis. Then you can use single compute. Means all these technology can run on single compute. They have done architecture where all of them can be used on single compute, and also possible to use more than one compute because there are too many engines which you're supposed to run. So you might have that. Security is all enabled from Power BI workspace level to the individual table or row level, and Microsoft Preview is also getting integrated to control it. Everything is AI enabled or Copilot enabled. Means you want to create a report on Power BI, you have Copilot. You go to Dataflow Gen 2, you have Copilot. You go to Notebook, you have a Copilot. So everywhere you have a Copilot. So we got a unified architecture. It means everything will look and feel same. So whether you go to Power BI, you feel the same experience when you are on the data warehouse or SQL database or on the lake house. You doesn't feel they are two different tools. Unified experience, architecture, and governance, again unified. So you don't have to create multiple times. You don't have to create a UI user for Power BI, then for database, then for lake house. It's just the permission. Okay, this user will get this, or this user will get this row of data and everything. And business model, this little things you have to understand about business model, and we are not going to discuss, but if you want to understand the, how the licensing work, we can take it offline. Then I think I'll just quickly go through this slide. So we talk about the 4 things. So what all we are going to have: ingestion, we have data flow Gen 2, we have data pipelines, streaming data flows, we have copy job, we have mirroring now, which can also enable you to bring in the data. Lake houses, warehouses, and now SQL DB all can bring in data. Everything is going to save it on lake house in Delta Parquet format. Again, SQL DB is creating one copy for you. Transformation, you have SQL. If you are using data warehouse, you can use SQL transformation. If you are not using, if you are using lake house, here there is no difference for final choice of gold layer. Typically gold layer used to be a warehouse, but here it could be a lake house because you can do the entire transformation using PySpark or Spark SQL in notebooks and can save the entire data on lake house. Now that is not supported directly on warehouse because it's a T-SQL read write. Only difference is that other than that, lake house is T-SQL read, Spark can write it on, and Dataflow Gen 2 and data pipelines can write on both warehouses and lake houses. So you have choices like KQL for real-time analytics, Dataflow Gen 2 and Spark for data transformation. Analysis, if you are a data scientist, prefer notebooks. If you are real-time analytics, KQL, and everything can be seen on Power BI. So all kind of data, whether it's a real-time or non-real-time, you can analyze with Power BI. Presentation will happen either on a dashboard or a report, paginated report. As discussed, we can put it everything on PowerPoint, and you have a feature analyze in Excel, you can actually have it in Excel. Okay.
It's the next topic.
So this is a brief overview.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Amit. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Amit, I would like to ask a few questions too. Yeah, sure. If you don't mind. So guys, how was it? I'm pretty much sure that some of you was like, wow, this is like Chinese for me, right? Like you have not gone to this topic. So we'll ask some questions to Amit. So if you're starting it completely new, So where should, so I mean, like some of the people here, let's assume that they have no idea about Fabric and pretty much they don't have much idea about Power BI as well. Would you still recommend for them to go and check what is there in Fabric, or they should first do Power BI and then do Fabric? What is your take on that?
I think Fabric has many endpoints, and anybody who knows SQL, who knows Python, PySpark, not I'll say Python, or know Power BI, means if you are related anywhere for data, then you have an entry point, and start with that entry point. Let's say if you are very good at SQL, so you can start by building your warehouses or your lake houses, then start learning data flow Gen 2, and then come to Power BI and learn the DAX. If you are good at Power BI, start with Power BI and data flow Gen 2, which is nothing but your Power Query, and then start learning the SQL and the Python, PySpark, and then continue your journey. So there are many entry points. But if you are completely new, let's say you don't know anything about data analytics, my advice would be learn some of the concepts which I think you have shown initially. So very important to learn data concepts, which include what is databases, and irrespective of whatever you want to do in data analytics, I think database is one subject which you should learn. Relational databases, then we talk about dimensional modeling and data warehouse concepts. These concepts always helps because whether we go on Fabric on Power BI, we talk about something known as star schema, and you will not understand unless you have went to the concept of data warehouse, and for that definitely you need database concept. So those concepts are really needed. So some basic data concepts, and if you know how to analyze data in Excel, just add to that flavor, SQL flavor, it will really help.
Thank you, Amit. That's brilliant. And Amit, one more question. Let's talk about money. So what will be the job market? Like, will there be any jobs based on I know there are a few jobs which have started, which is Fabric engineer. So how do you see that thing growing, like Microsoft Fabric engineer and those kind of things? Do you think that's going to grow?
No, I actually created one, very small video.
Okay.
In 2023, why Microsoft Fabric?
Yeah.
In 2024, why not Microsoft Fabric?
Okay.
In 2025, it's going to be era of Microsoft Fabric. It's already all the customer has either decided to move to Microsoft Fabric or looking for transformation in 2025. So if you know any of the technologies which is around, just upgrade yourself to Microsoft Fabric, because that's going to be most demanding job other than AI in Microsoft.
Great. Thank you, Amit. Thank you. That was a brilliant presentation, and thanks for answering the question. Guys, do you have any other questions to Amit on this topic? Yes, please.
See, basically Microsoft Fabric is an open system. So Delta Parquet is an open format. So I can query Delta Parquet using Python, and there are other technologies. So I can read those files. Everything is SQL endpoint enabled, means using the SQL endpoint, you can just query them like it's database. Interestingly, Microsoft Fabric data pipelines have 40 plus sources where you can put data back. So, one of the use cases that you do entire transformation and put data back to the outside system. So you are not doing analytics in Microsoft Fabric.
Informatica or any other ETL tool that I'm using right now.
So you can do what you can do in Informatica in Fabric and then put it in Snowflake. So it's in both the in and out sources are almost equal, at least in terms of pipelines. So data pipelines can take data from 40 plus sources and it can also put back into 40 plus sources.
Okay, what is this Delta Parquet format? Is it like JSON or is it more like a semi-structured?
Okay, so what happens in around 10, 12 years back when this entire industry was talking about Hadoop and Spark, this new teams came in. At that time, we got a format with Parquet format, which is a columnar format, which saves a lot of space when you save the data, and it's very fast to retrieve. So the entire data analytics is how can we retrieve data fast. We are not too much bothered about how insert, update, and delete would be. We are saying it should be read fast, because that's where I need a 5-year report in 2 seconds. So read fast. So Parquet is a very good format. Problem with the Parquet format is you cannot overwrite it. You can't change it. So we need now something which help us to make this format updatable. So the format cannot be updatable. So we came in with one concept, Delta Parquet, which manages the log and create another file. And every time you get a new file and you have this, latest version always looking at it. So we bring in the data, we update it, we put it in another file, and we always keep on looking at the newer version. It do create a history. It definitely is a storage expensive format, but it is one of the best format available, industry open format also. available for data analytics because it's a columnar, so 10 time compression is usually happens. 5 to 10 time compression happens. So if you have 10 GB of data, it will be saved in, let's say, 2 GB or 1 GB. So that's one save it. Retrieve fastest, that's what you need. It should read faster.
All right. So Delta Parquet, like, what would be the performance? Like, if I'm sitting on a terabytes of data while we process?
It's meant for that. So I think one of the part is definitely you need to have the compute for processing such large data, which Microsoft Fabric has compute from what they called is F2. And there's a little different definition from the compute because you get compute units. You don't get as CPU kind of stuff. There's a little difference there. So you have F2 CU to F2048. One is definitely that is needed. Second, the format itself is fast and it is meant for the petabyte scale only. So this format is specially known for that only.
So it's mainly for data warehousing rather than transactional DBs.
Yes, it's not for the transactional database, and that's why they have separately came up with SQL DB, where the data get replicated in the Delta Parquet format. The actual data is not in the Delta Parquet format. That's where I say exception SQL DB, everything is in Delta Parquet.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Amit. Thanks for your time and thanks for coming here, taking time. I'd like to facilitate with you a little. Okay, folks, the takeaway is unified analytics, Microsoft Fabric, Power BI. Power BI is the center of Fabric. So if you understand Power BI, you can pretty much connect with Fabric, all right? Okay, a lot of serious technical topics. Let's go for something fun, something relaxed, something favorite, I guess, for regular code basics learners. We talk about this a lot. I'm not going to ask you to guess because Amit already showed the next slide. So we are gonna 9 rupees. Okay. Now they are giving 9 rupees. It does change now. You don't have to pay 9 rupees. All right, folks. Let's. We started talking about this in 2023. Now we are in end of 2024. Things haven't changed much, right? So it's always like you can. You can still see ads. It's very funny. We are discussing about Fabric, all those things, how the things are going to change. And there is a parallel world. In that world, people are still saying you can build a dashboard in 2 minutes and earn 24 LPA. I'm not even joking. It's still happening. I don't know, yeah. It's like, you recognize this ad? Right? Now there is a competition to this. This is 9 rupees. No, they are now giving 100 rupees to you. Okay. No, we are not starting that. We are killing that. Okay. And the one that beats all is this. In just 3 hours, you learn Power BI, and I even saw the ad that says like, for data analysts freshers, you can earn 24 LPA just by attending their master class. Right? And things are happening. So yeah, we can laugh about it, and it's funny, right? Because you guys are in the elite company. You know this is fun. But a lot of people are losing money, right? I know some of the people here who have lost money because of that. And they have gone through a really bad phase, and they have put all the money they had, like all the money their parents had, to things like this. And they left their aspiration to get into the data field because of things like this. Mostly the people from tier 2, tier 3 cities are targeted for this. And the problem is there is a lack of awareness. So you folks have the awareness. What I would request to you is talk about it. Talk about it on your LinkedIn, on your Instagram. When you are in your friend circle, talk about it. Just tell them this is not the reality. Nobody, I'm telling you, I've been in the industry a lot of time, 10 years now. Nobody would ask you to create a dashboard in 30 minutes. That dashboard is shit. Because if you create something in 30 minutes, it means you're not putting any thought to it. Right? Nobody will ask you to, nobody will give you the Excel file, the CSV file, and ask you to just create some visuals out of it. So all those YouTube fancy thumbnails that you see, dashboard in 45 minutes, dashboard in 100 minutes, all those pretty things, it's not the reality. Please be aware about it if you're not. And if you're aware, please spread awareness. So if you don't know, we even created a course, a free course, which is available, and I think more than 2,000, 3,000 people have taken this course and got the certification. If you haven't known about this course, please scan this QR code. It's a simple 30 minutes quick course to tell about the different kind of scams, what you can do about it once you get into a scam, and how you can raise a complaint, those kind of awareness. All right? Okay? And so folks, if you're having fun, this is humble request from my marketing team. So please tag Codebasics Hub and share the pictures. We like to get those pictures as well. Great. So I'll just quickly walk through our initiatives, and then we'll continue the fun quiz, and then we'll talk a lot. We'll just introduce each other. So we have come up with an interesting format. I'd have to form the groups and discuss among each other. So we'll do that. So regarding our initiatives, so how many of you know that how many of you know this 80-20 model that we have? Oh, great. That's fantastic. A lot of you know about it. So I'll just quickly go through it. It's 80% of, so we prepare content. It's simple. It's as simple as that. We prepare content. And 80% of that, we make it completely free. And like through YouTube videos, data challenges, all of that, and even initiatives like this. And 20% of it is paid. So this is kind of helping us because if you see in reality, in our website currently, we have around 4.7 lakhs people who have registered. Around 46K people have taken our paid content. That is like 10%, still not 20%. But that is good enough for us. We are able to sustain ourselves. We are profitable and all those things. Thanks for people who are supporting us by taking the paid content. But I would not say that every one of you should buy only the paid content. First of all, you should get clarity about the field you are getting in, right? That's the reason we have kept this free content. So as it is, you're spending your time and efforts for it, why spend money first? First, you get clarity about the field. There is a very good chance you might not like data analytics. There is a good chance you might not like coding with Python or SQL, or you might not like AI. You might like something else. So first thing is get the awareness, get the clarity. There are a lot of end-to-end projects that we have. Just do these projects. So you will clearly know whether you are liking this or not, whether this is something that you can go or not. And then do a lot of market research and then buy paid course, not just ours, any paid course. If you want to buy a paid course, do not buy it without proper research. And do not just see all those fancy LinkedIn stories or Instagram stories. Someone saying like, I was on the street last night, today I have a big house. It's because of this Power BI course. All this is bullshit. Do not believe that. Okay, no, there is no get rich quick scheme. It doesn't work. If somebody is saying like within 2 months I have earned 20 LPA, they are making money off you. It's as simple as that. All right. And we'll continue to keep our things affordable. So affordability is a challenge that we are currently facing because there is a big inflation going on, and we are getting more people into the team. We want to increase the quality of our content. So we are working on that still. We'll still keep it affordable. And 100% we are keeping it job relevant and gimmick free as always. So for that, we'll start focusing on more end-to-end projects on YouTube. So currently, many of you know this project, Sales Insights project. A lot of people have got jobs just with this free project. And so, the different testimonials we keep seeing. And even one of our learners, Ashish Babaria, some of you know about him. So he's now with Microsoft. He's a Power BI core visuals representative. And so I would continue to do more of this end-to-end projects. And we will continue. How many of you participate in RPCs, Resume Project Challenges? Right? So far, we have been doing data analytics challenges. We have around, I think, 13 to 14 challenges now. We'll start doing data science as well from January. A lot of people have been asking us, like, why don't you do the data science challenges? So if some of you don't know what are those resume projects, you can go to the website and you can check the projects. We have currently 13 challenges, and we are bringing more every month, and we are focusing on data science as well. And one thing is about mom support program. I would like to bring Naveen to the stage. So when we started this program, it was really challenging for us because we wanted to support the moms. but it's kind of hard to motivate them because they have a lot of other work. They have to take care of their babies, and they really want to bring them back to the work. So I want to give a big applause to Naveen because he and the team took a big initiative of this, and then Naveen and Hamad, who's on the stage. So they have taken this, and so far we have got three people going into jobs. Like they've completely lost hope, and they thought, okay, they will never get into the work. It's been like 5-6 years they had this break. They thought like they will never get into work. And one of the mom wrote a message to me saying like, oh, like I was able to buy some Diwali gifts to my children. And that's really great. So as a community, we need to support people, especially people who are not having a lot of opportunities, right? So that's what we will continue to do. And there is one mom who was also in US. For her, it was much more difficult being in a new country, and even she cracked the job. I'm really happy for her. And thank you guys. And then we'll, thank you guys. So guys, this is my favorite. We'll keep providing top talents to companies at zero cost. There is one of my friend, we studied, we worked together some 10 years back. He reached out to me saying like he needs some talents. So we shared the resumes, all our learners' profiles with them. So they hired 5 people out of that thing that we shared. And we'll continue to do that with a lot more companies. And so I just put the star to say no conditions applied. It's completely zero cost. If you are in a company and you need some talents, we have top talents, and we just don't have top talents. We have prepared their portfolio in such a way. We are showing their project portfolio websites, and we are showing the projects. We have tuned them in such a way so that it's very easy for them to get hired. All right. And so if you want, this is the email ID that you have to write to. You can take a note of it. So the other thing we start is Codebasics Foundation. I would like to bring Aishwarya to the stage. She's the one who's going to take charge for this. So folks, Codebasics Foundation is very close to our heart. For Dhaval and myself, we have always been thinking that, yes, we are providing education, all those things are great, but what is that something that we can do more? So we really thought that we should get into the schools. So we started this Codebasics Foundation a few months back, and we are getting into one particular event where all of our team went to a school in a remote part of Hyderabad. So we just went and spent some time with them. We conducted some competitions, gave them some gifts, and recently we celebrated Diwali with some kids. So we really know that education has to be imparted from the childhood itself. Like not the kind of education like teaching them ABC, teaching them how to work on something, the kind of right moral values, the kind of right things they need to learn. It's not just, and give them the confidence at a very younger age. Like they don't have to worry about like what will be the job market. We'll have to tune them to such that always they keep updated to what's happening in the industry. So we'll continue to do more of that. And if any one of you would like to volunteer, you can just write to us. So we'll take support. We are not looking for any monetary support. If you are in a different part of the, if people who are watching online, if you are in a different part of India, and if you want to do something to the place around you, and if you think we can collaborate on that, please do write to us. Thank you, Aishwarya. And the next thing is the Indian Data Club, the newest of our initiative. So we have already started that in online. Again, the aim is to conduct more sessions like this and give the real awareness, what is really happening in the industry, that you should know about it. So that's the key aim of this, all right? So we are also expanding in some other regions which we were not doing before. One thing is corporate trainings. We've started doing corporate trainings. We have been getting a lot of requests. We were not able to fulfill all of them, but now we are going to do one by one. So we might even, you might even see us in one of your companies in a very near future. But in other ways, if your company is having any requests, you can write to us. And then we are doing university college workshops, which we have been doing quite consistently. I won't say consistently, we are doing it, but we'll do it more. All right, thank you all, thanks for listening. So we'll just go for this fun quiz and find who's the winner for today. Easier. Folks, I just got a news. There is a surprise after this fun quiz. So a special person is going to visit us. All right, everyone got the QR code scanned? It's the same one. Let's become the 300 Spartans, 12 more. It's 288 there. Okay, triple century today. One guys, 5 more. Okay. Don't get out at 296, it's really bad. Come on, triple century today. Great. All right, we'll start. Give a clap, give a clap. All right. Okay. What is Microsoft Fabric? Guys, this should be 100%. Amit has given a great presentation today. Should be answering it right. Okay, highly quality fabric cloth. Who's that 5%? Hey, you are bored. You want to have some fun, correct? Who's that 5%? Just raise your hand. Who's that? We can check the data if you want. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a cloud-based unified analytics platform. One definition of it is that, okay, a tool designed for designing user interfaces in Microsoft Office. No, that's, I think you're getting, it's more like Power Apps, Power Platform thing. And no, it's not an LLM. All right, leaderboard. Shravan, new entry. Who's Shravan? Oh, good one. Okay, next question. So, what are the traits of scamfluences? Certainly they will be dancing like this after getting you enrolled for the courses. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, Shravan is still leading. Okay, which of this is not a business use case? Wow. Great, 80% of you got it right. So the one who said ad hoc analysis using SQL, please be careful while going home because there are a lot of SQL lovers here. So you might get hurt. All right. Oh, Ramigani. Who's Ramigani Tejaswa Reddy? Good one. Save the honor of last benches. Okay. Keshav. Who's Hemant? Someone who is having a name closer to mine. Why? Okay, the next one, what is the Codebasics model? I'm just waiting for the fun lovers. Yes, I know, you're going to say 100% free. If we are given infinite money, yes, we'll do that. And for people who say 80% paid and 20% free, that's quite a lot. Yeah, we'll talk separately. Okay, all right, next one. Okay, what should you do if you come across a job description for a fresher role that asks for 2 to 3 years of experience? Okay, ignore it. Okay. Life is chill, right? Like, why did you take too much stress? Think so many things. That's good. All right. Last two questions. Ramigan is still there. Who's Nayan? Good. Likita? Oh, good. All right. The last one of the day. This is supposed to be the toughest question. Who's the speaker? Wow, that's a diverse opinions. Let's see which is the right one. Yes, that's the right. Folks, deep learning is part of ML, and ML is a subset of AI. AI is the overarching thing. All right. Okay, who's going to be the winner? Any guesses? Ram? Okay, so we just came to know that there is an additional prize for the first prize. Like there is an additional gift coming from T Consult. And let's see who's the winner. Oh, it's Nayan. Oh, great. Great, 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 great. Give a clap, guys. Give a clap. Well done, Nayan. So, guys, I would like to, invite Vandar Prakash Garu, the Speaker of Telangana. So, he is going to announce and distribute the prizes for the top 3 winners. It's Nayan, Syed, and another Syed, Ashfaq Z. Great. Guys, please come on to the stage.
I'd like also to invite Alekia Garu, the GST and Tax Deputy Commissioner, onto the dais to give away the prizes, please.
Harish, winners, please come on to the stage.
And also, I'd like to invite Sandeep Maktala Garu. He is the chairman and the director of T Consult. Please, a big round of applause, guys.
Okay, winners.
Winners, please come onto the dais.
Yeah, you can sit.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys. Sandeep Maktala garu, please felicitate the honor over here, please. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for coming today. Ma'am, would you like to give a few words to our...
Good evening, everyone. It's so hard. My heart is seriously overwhelmed by seeing the crowd over here. And I just heard it from one of your members, Codebasics, that it's a unified club where the data is like the data professionals are into a single place and they just want to expand it internationally. So I just congratulate them for starting their initiative in India and then to expand it globally. So my congratulations and all the best to the team. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And yeah, I mean, we are in the forefront of technology, and to receive this kind of appreciation from you matters a lot. Thank you. Thanks a lot for that.
Direct speed. So I request, ఇప్పటివరకు ma'am Alekia IRS, if you can search for Alekia Balla IRS, mobile lo తీస్తున్నారు అందరు. So most influential officer అని చెప్పొచ్చు, GST and Customs Deputy Commissioner garu, thank you so much for your wonderful message and your presence. And also I request Banda Prakash Anna to talk about T-Consult, Codebasics, and this team, Anna. They are very top. And online market lo him ante oka prabhanjanam ani cheppochu. Just with a, yeah, అది చాలా తక్కువ, ఇది సపోర్ట్ వినిపించలే. యా, సో ఏఐ కోడ్ బేసిక్స్ వీళ్ళ టీం ఎప్పటి నుంచో మాకు కనెక్ట్ అయి ఉంది, అండ్ వాళ్ళ టీం సెషన్ ఇప్పుడు ఇదవుతా ఉంది, అండ్ వాళ్ళు ఇప్పటిదాకానే క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా మీరు చూసినారు. సో థ్యాంక్స్ హేమ్. సో బండప్రకాశన్ అని డెప్యూటీ స్పీకర్, లెజిస్లేటివ్ కౌన్సిల్, అండ్ బండా ప్రకాష్ అని కొట్టినా కానీ మీకు గూగుల్లో యూ విల్ గెట్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అబౌట్ హిమ్. డాక్టర్ బండా ప్రకాష్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఈరోజు ఉదయం నుంచి వీఆర్ వాచింగ్ వెరీ హెక్టిక్ యాక్టివిటీ. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇనిషియేటెడ్ బై టీ కన్సల్ట్, collaborating with all other organizations. They are organizing a very good, wonderful program for younger generation to develop your skills and technical know-how, and also networking. Really, I wonder, earlier it was not there in Telangana state. After formation of Telangana, after formation of T-Hub, it was started. Now it is continuing. It seems that today morning our Honorable Minister also addressed the gathering and he assured something. Even Biki people also participated in that program. They also initiated given some suggestions to the Honorable Minister. Really wonderful. Particularly నెట్వర్కింగ్, నాలెడ్జ్. ఇందులో సరే నేను చాలా లేమ్యాన్ని, బట్ నాకు టచ్ ఉంది, కొంచెం టచ్ ఉంది కంప్యూటర్ దీంట్లో. యాక్చువల్లీ ఎర్లీ డేస్ ఇన్ 1993 at Warangal we have started a computer center, that is nice computer center, one of the first computer centers in Telangana. అప్పుడు బీడీపీఎస్ అని తమిళనాడు నుంచి ఒక ఫ్రాంచైజ్ ఒకటే నడిచేది. ఫస్ట్ ఐబిఎం మిషన్ కూడా అప్పుడే వచ్చింది. ఐబిఎం పీసీ మార్కెట్లోకి రిలీజ్ అయిన ఇయర్ కూడా ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ 1992-93. ఇప్పటికీ మా దగ్గర పాత మిషన్స్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. ఐబిఎం 80386, 286, 80, XT. మీరు బహుశా ఈ జనరేషన్ ఆ పేర్లు విని ఉండరు మీరు. యాక్చువల్గా మేము కూడా మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ చూస్తే ఏంటంటే మేము ఒక మ్యూజియం పెట్టదలుచుకుంటే మీ టీ కన్సల్ట్ వాళ్ళతో కొలాబరేట్ అయ్యి మంచి మ్యూజియం కూడా పెట్టవచ్చు. వీ హ్యాడ్ దట్ మచ్ సిస్టమ్స్. యాక్చువల్లీ వీ స్టార్టెడ్ ద టైమ్ MCA program at Warangal in the name of Alluri Institute of Management Sciences, MBA, MCA program. Almost all first 10-15 batches students, they are out of the country. Now almost all settled in US and other countries. Ee roju kuda T Consult, it is conclave. It is wonderful conclave with collaboration of so many countries and organizations. ఎన్ని ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ని ఒక ప్లాట్ఫామ్ మీద ఇవ్వాలంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ టాస్క్. మరి ఇంత మంచి ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేయడం, ఈ మధ్యనే నేను యంగ్ ఎంటర్ప్రైజనర్స్తో కావచ్చు, అట్లాగే ఇన్నోవేటర్స్ తోటి కూడా రెగ్యులర్ దే ఆర్ కండక్టింగ్ ది ప్రోగ్రామ్స్. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ గుడ్ ఇనిషియేషన్ ఇన్ తెలంగాణ. ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ మీకు అందరికీ తెలుసు, తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ ఫార్మేషన్ తర్వాత ఐటీ సెక్టార్లో మన ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్ 60,000 crores మాత్రమే ఉండేది. బై 2014 ఇట్ ఇస్ క్రాస్ 2,40,000 crores ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్కు మనం పెరిగినాం తెలంగాణలో. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద మార్క్. మనం బెంచ్ మార్క్ క్రియేట్ చేయగలిగినాం దేశంలో కానీ ప్రపంచంలో కానీ. తెలంగాణకున్న టాలెంట్ని చూపెట్టుకోగలిగినాం. తెలంగాణ నాట్ ఓన్లీ అగ్రికల్చర్ సెక్టార్లో డెవలప్మెంటే కాదు, ఇండస్ట్రీలో కాదు, బేసికల్లీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సెక్టార్లో కూడా మంచి టాలెంట్ ఉంది. ఈ టాలెంట్ని రైట్ డైరెక్షన్లో తీసుకెళ్ళి మనం డెవలప్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం ఉంది. ఇప్పటికీ మా బాధ ఏంటంటే ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్తో కనెక్ట్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళకు స్టూడెంట్స్ని ఎన్నిసార్లు చెప్పినా కాలేజీలు ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రం ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ నేర్చుకోరు. అవి సర్టిఫికెట్ల కోసమే పనికొస్తాయి. బయటకు వచ్చినాక మైత్రివనం అడ్డాల బ్రహ్మాండంగా వర్క్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటారు. ఒక 1 year 2 years మైత్రివనంలో మిగతా ప్లేస్లలో పనిచేసిన తర్వాత ప్లేస్మెంట్ కోసం తిరుగుతుంటారు. పూర్ పేరెంట్స్, గ్రామీణ ప్రాంతాల్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎన్నో హోప్స్ తోటి మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఫీల్డ్లో తీసుకొచ్చే వాళ్ళకు నా రిక్వెస్ట్ ఏమంటే యంగర్ జనరేషన్కు మీరు ప్రతి నిమిషం వేస్ట్ చేయొద్దు. ఇట్ ఈజ్ ఎవర్ రెగ్యులర్ లెర్నింగ్ ప్రాసెస్. మిగతా వాళ్ళకి ఎట్లుంటుందో ఏమో కానీ మీ కంప్యూటర్ ఫీల్డ్లో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు రోజు నేర్చుకోవాల్సిందే. ఒక్కరోజు మీరు మర్చిపోతే అవుట్డేటెడ్ అవుతారు, మళ్ళీ వెనుకబడిపోతారు. అట్లా కాకుండా ఉండాలి. ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చినాక మీరు క్వశ్చన్ బ్యాంక్ పెడితే దానికి మెదడు మళ్ళీ ఇది చేసుకుంటే అందరు కూడా ఆన్సర్ చేయలేరు వాటిని. అది చేయాలంటే యూ రిక్వైర్డ్ సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ టాలెంట్, సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ నాలెడ్జ్. దాని మీద రెగ్యులర్గా మీ స్టడీస్ ఉండాలి, దాంట్లో ఇన్వాల్వ్మెంట్ ఉండాలి. అట్లా ఉంటేనే మీరు మార్కెట్లో రాణించగలుగుతారు. దానికి టీ కన్సల్ట్, అదర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్, మా సోదరుడు సందీప్ నిరంతరం చేస్తున్న కార్యక్రమాలు యంగర్ జనరేషన్కు మరింత బలంగా ఉపయోగపడాలని, ఇవి సక్సెస్ఫుల్గా ముందుకు జరగాలని మనసారా కోరుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నా. జై తెలంగాణ.
So thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. I request Honorable Deputy Speaker Garu and Alekia IRS Garu to felicitate our HAIM.
Folks, I just want to tell you that we are in collaboration with T Consult, and big gratitude for Sandeep for helping us with the venue and a lot of things. He's very supportive. And when I say that we want to do this with 300 learners, and he knows that it can create an impact in the state, and it can make a positive impact in the community. And he's really a great community person that I have seen that wants to create a positive impact in the community. And thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing nice words about us. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
I just wanted to tell. So just wanted to tell my experience with Mr. Sandeep Garu. So ఇందాక చెప్పారన్నట్టు తను ఆదిలాబాద్కి వెళ్ళి ఇట్స్ లైక్ నైన్త్ క్లాస్ స్టాండర్డ్ అబ్బాయిని తీసుకొని వచ్చి స్కౌట్ చేసి సో ఐడియా పికప్ చేసేసి సో హీ వాజ్ జస్ట్ టెల్లింగ్ వాళ్ళ బాబాయ్కి హీ వాజ్ అ బ్లైండ్ స్పెషలీ ఛాలెంజ్ పర్సన్ సో తను అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి అవన్నీ చూసి ఇతనికి ఒక ఐడియా డెవలప్ చేసుకోమంటే హీ సా దాట్ వాళ్ళు ఈ ఏఆర్ టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ చేసేసి హీ ఇనిషియేటెడ్ అంటే వీళ్ళ సపోర్ట్ అండ్ దెన్ టీ వర్క్స్ సపోర్ట్ టు గెట్ అ ప్రోటోటైప్ అది చేసేసి దే ఇన్వెంటెడ్ అది ఎలా అంటే నవ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ ద లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఫస్ట్ టాప్ 10 ఇంపాక్ట్ఫుల్ ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ ఇన్ యూనిసెఫ్ అండి సో దాట్స్ అ హ్యూజ్ ఇంపాక్ట్ ఇన్ ద సొసైటీ సో ఇట్స్ ఓన్లీ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ టీ కన్సల్ట్ టీ వర్క్స్ అండ్ మన హబ్ అండ్ obviously support from the ministers and the government of Telangana. So ilantivi chala impactful things in the society will help the society to move forward. So congratulations Sandeep garu. Thank you Andy.
Folks, I told you about the surprise. There is one surprise waiting for you. Any guesses? Hey, somebody told you already or what? Like, hello. Dalbhai, you are online.
Hello. Hello. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I can see some of you in the camera, through the camera actually. And when I connect that back with my memory from the T-Hub meetup that we did last year, I can certainly feel the vibe and energy of this place, although I'm not physically.
Guys, give more vibe, more energy to him. It should reach US. One.
Yes. All right. I'm really glad to see you all, and I can certainly understand what I'm missing out. But I will console myself with an argument that I'm going to be there anyway in, I think, February-March timeframe. We'll do another meetup where I'll be physically present. Okay, so yeah, I'm really glad that I think there are a lot of people. I can see it's kind of auditorium-like setup.
300
And so many
people,
people are there. I think we have announced some of the initiatives like ITC and our plans for 2025, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so we are going through this interesting time period. Of course, everybody, we all know like what's the talk of the town when we are at lunch break or coffee break, right? Everyone's talking about AI. And there are like two types of people. Like one person who is pessimist is arguing AI is going to take away all the jobs. And the second person who is optimistic will try to explore how can I make use of this opportunity. So our role in this entire fourth industrial revolution, some people are saying that AI is fourth industrial revolution. So our role, the role of Codebasics, is going to be acting as a bridge between industry and the aspirants. Okay, so we have some industry connection, we have knowledge of industry, And in 2025, we are going to work on some initiatives where we build our ties with the industry even more stronger. Our ties with all of you through YouTube and through various initiatives that we have been doing is anyway, I feel it's strong. And this other part, which is industry versus us, like we are going to work on those initiatives to make those ties even more stronger. That way we can serve you all better. Okay. And one analogy that comes to my mind, something which I heard from the podcast that Elon Musk had with Joe Rogan, is the argument that we all are already cyborgs. We have phones, we have computers, we have cars. Cars are becoming smart. So we are cyborgs in a way, if you think about it. You with phone and without phone, you with chat gpt without chat gpt, there is a difference. Like, you become more powerful as you have all these tools. So what we need to think as we enter into this new year is how we can leverage this new technology, this new genie that has come out of the Aladdin lamp. How we can, and the good thing is genie is ready to serve us, right, all the time. So how we can make use of that genie to build a better future, not just for our families but for our nation and for entire humanity. Okay. So it it will matter. I don't think it will matter like what happens in the industry, that we can't control, right? Like what kind of AI startups are going to come out of Silicon Valley, Bangalore, Hyderabad, that evolution will take place. What we can control, however, is how we react to this change that is happening. That matters pretty much to everything in the life. Certain events happen in our life. We go through experiences, and many times we don't have control over those things. Let's say you are coming to this meetup and you are stuck in a traffic. You don't have control sometimes, right, over that, but you have control over how you react to it. So it will matter how you're going to react to these changes. And in this entire process, we will try our best to bring the most up to date knowledge and most up to date kind of videos and tutorials which can help you grow in your career. All right, so I'm again very glad to see you all. I wish I was present, but seeing you on my screen itself, it's a morning, early morning here in the US, and it kind of it made my day. I'm already feeling much energetic. I was having cold yesterday, and I'm feeling really happy to see you all.
That's great. Thank you, Devalbhai, for joining. Can you hear me?
Yes, Hemanan, I
Okay.
can hear you. By the way, I don't know what is the format of question and answer, but I'm available for a few minutes just in
Yeah.
case if uh, there is
Yes.
anything that
Yeah.
people want to say anything
Yes.
or like interact or have questions.
Sure. So yeah, we can start the networking right now itself. This like we are going to start the networking, but maybe we can start with you. And guys, I want to say one thing before we start. So how many of you know until 2019 I was just a subscriber of Codebasics? Yeah. So it's just that randomly we met online, and today I'm like doing all this in front of you. But folks, he's the OG. He started this in 2016. Like, give it for him. Like, he is. And Dolby, I have a special request. So we can do something exclusive for people. You can just show around your studio, which not many have seen. They have just seen this background. You can just show around.
Yes.
That's exclusive for the folks here.
Yes, sure. So let me raise my standing desk here. So I'm going to use this camera. So, folks, I hope you can see the fan of my home. Okay, so so this is my room, by the way. So this is my, so there is a window over here, and there is a actually bright light. This is my light, like, which, I think it's probably very bright for you right now. So Heman, can you see it okay, or is it like
Good.
very
Yes,
blurry?
yes. Everything clear.
Okay, so this is the desk. I recently got this stylus, so I have started writing on this kind of tablet. This is a Wacom tablet, so I'm going to do some scribbling, like writing and kind of explaining through that in my videos. So I have these two clocks. One has India time, one has US time. Uh, then this is something you might have seen. Yeah, so there is that desk. Under the desk, I have this deep learning workstation. So I need to kind of connect that, and I want to set up another, like a desk here, another kind of system, computer system. Then I have a little mini heater here. It gets really cold here in New Jersey. Then I think, yeah. So that's pretty much my room.
Thank you. So, folks, this is very simple, but that's where 1,000 videos came from. Right.
Yeah, so let me show you. I think I can extend it only till here. Yeah, so that's the kind of setup I have in place.
Guys, I have not seen this before. This is, like, even for me, this is the first time.
Yeah.
Great. So, why don't we take a great picture here before we start the networking session? Like with the team here, like everyone from our team, stand here, please. Come here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we can sit here. Yeah. No, we can sit. Or we can go front or something, so that they can be visible. I don't want the. Yeah.
We can be like this.
Yeah.
Guys, you stand up now over
Yeah.
here in the first.
Yeah, the first row people, please stand up so that you'll be visible. Right. Okay, guys, the count of 3, 2, 1, say code basics. 3, 2, 1. Was that good? Say on the count of 3, 2, 1, say anything you want. 3, 2, 1. Well, bye. Okay, so we have a format for networking, but since Dalbai is available here, any of you have any questions to ask him? We'll just take 2 questions. Yes, you, please.
So the question is for code basics for both Hemant and Dhaval. So to be honest, I was not aware of code basics. I met Hemant in Hyderabad data analytics community. Even then, I was not aware of what is this code basics about, because I was a very newbie into the techie. But from past 2 to 3 weeks, I was, going through your profile and Dhaval's profile as well. So I had one simple question after going through your profile and the history. I've literally gone through your profile from the basic, like
You
where you
searched
started.
all my posts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, yes. So the one question is, what is the secret behind all this success? The motive. Because I have started my career after going through Amirpet course, where I've lost my money. Literally, they screwed me. So 20,000 for me is a very huge money, because I borrowed that 20,000 from my friend. So we are, 60 plus students in that center. It is really emotional, guys. So all those 60 students who are in that course or not in that professional at all have started learning Salesforce, but I'm not doing the job. So that 20,000 meant a lot for me. And it's literally, they have screwed every one of us. Like, I have wasted my 1 year of time because of that. So after going through your profile throughout like 2 to 3 weeks, I've literally experienced on you guys. And the motive that you have, 80 to 20, it's literally very, very honest. So I just wanted to know the secret behind all this. So what is your real motive? Like, what has driven you all this till now? So primarily with Dhaval.
Dalbhai, you answer first if there is anything I'll add.
So it looks like there are two dimensions to this answer. One is what is the secret of success, and the other one is what is the motive. So the secret is there is no secret. So I don't know if you have watched this Kung Fu Panda movie, part 1, where there is this lion leopard guy who is chasing that mantra, secret mantra of that superpower. So there is this tablet which is hanging at the ceiling of that Buddhist temple. And in the end, he found that tablet. How many of you have watched that scene from Kung Fu Panda? Okay, many of you. And you know what is written on that tablet? Nothing. It's blank. So I can speak of myself, like my entire career and how I started Codebasics and how it grew. If I reflect on that journey, there is really nothing special. I mean, I'm being honest here. I'm not trying to be kind of humble and modest guy, but this is actually true. Whatever we have done is we have focused on the deep work rather than shallow work, okay? So all the successes of life comes through deep focused work. Just think of a lion. When lion goes for hunting, he's very focused. All his energy, all his senses, all his strength is focused on one thing, it's like catching that prey. Once he gets that, he will relax, rest, he will not do anything. So, like if you look at any successful person, like this is what we'll notice, like they are deeply focused on one thing and they iterate and they try to make things better. If you look at watch my first video on Codebasics, like Python installation video. I'm very slow, my English is not proper. I come from Gujarati medium, by the way, so until certain age I didn't know even how to pronounce zero. I used to say zero. That's how we say in India and especially in Gujarat, we say zero. And then I would have struggled. People would comment, I'll get hate comment, like, look at this guy, he doesn't know how to pronounce even zero. So that entire journey of reflecting on the work, then improving, reflecting, improving, that is what has got us here. In the first year, we had only 600 subscribers on our channel. Nowadays, we get anywhere between 600 to 800 subscribers every single day. But see, that's not what we were looking for. We were not behind all this subscriber, monetization. Like nowadays, this world of social media is very shiny.
Yeah.
You see all these influencers popping up, going viral, they go viral, they have great success. After 2-3 years, they go down, even at a 2x speed that, they went up. So I think what matters is doing a deep work, not getting distracted, basically. That's what I would say is the kind of mantra behind success. And if you talk about motive, so I grew up in a small village in Gujarat. My father was a teacher. And we had this connection with teaching. He used to run these tuition classes, so students would come to my home. I would enjoy teaching them. And at some point, I developed that interest, and I also understood the impact education can bring in the society. If you look at all these like successful nations, I think education has played a big role. Like if you talk about US, Stanford and MITs, they have a huge role in terms of setting up all these innovative companies and corporations. So teaching is very kind of sacred, and if you go back to our ancient spiritual traditions, like teaching is considered to be a very, very sacred thing. So through this YouTube experiment, I realized that I have an opportunity to do this full time and kind of bring impact. See, when I was working at Bloomberg, I was making a lot of money actually. But I was thinking, Mike Bloomberg, who is the owner of Bloomberg company, is already, I don't know, he's already worth $60 billion. So let's say I'm going to this work, right? Like 9 to 6 work, working for him. Maybe he will be like $65 billion at some point. I'm like, so what? Like, what difference is gonna make to this world by me contributing 40 hours of my time in this company? I mean, I appreciate the things that I learned from here, but I realize that this is not something I want to do for my whole life. Okay? And so that's why I wanted to do something of my own, and then aligning that with the interest in teaching and the kind of impact that it creates in people's life. I think that's what has been a driving force so far.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. It's really impactful. A second question is with Hemant. Please do share. Yeah.
So I'll keep it short. It's very much similar to what Dalbai said, right? It's the intention. I was working in Europe, and then I got promoted. Like I'm coming from a lower middle class background, right? So there was this hunger for money. There was a hunger to make the family feel better with improving their financial conditions and all those things. So that hunger got fulfilled at some point. I started earning well. I started giving to my family. But after that, there is no, that fulfillment. I was doing like a lot of people appreciate me at work and everything, but there is no, I'm sleeping well, but I could sleep better. That was a feeling. So with that feeling, I came to India in 2020 during COVID time. So unfortunately, some bad things happened, like lost some family members. So that time I realized, so the life is very short. I really want to do what I want to do. So I was collaborating with him already on some free YouTube videos and things like that. So I really loved that. And we started working together. Someday he asked me like, would you like quit your job and then let's do this full time? I just said, yes, I will do it. And then I settled back in India. We started doing this together. So we were just 4 people when we started. But trust me, with this motive that we want, right? Like we did not, we consulted a lot of people. Once we started this as EdTech, everyone said that you should conduct a master class. You should have like price your course as something 15,000 and then slash and then say 5,000 because people like discounts. So we thought you will never find discounts on Codebasics because we thought like that itself is a gimmick. We don't want to play any gimmick. We rather want to give an honest pricing and let people decide. And how do we make people decide? By showing them the proof. That's when this 80% model came up. We started focusing more on giving the free content. Let them see the content. If they like it, let them buy the paid content automatically. Why would we have to put a lot of money on marketing? If you put a lot of money on marketing, we will not be able to put a lot of money on content. So initial few months, it was not great. Like we were not paying our salaries and all. But that was not a bad thing because we had enough money. We have enough money saved. So that was good. But over a period of time, we just found good people started coming to our team. Like all the team that you see here, they are Codebasics learners at some point, or I've made them at something. And like, for example, our marketing person, Padmini, she is not a Codebasics person, but she is a marketing person who agreed to say, okay, if you don't do discounts, I can still do marketing. All the people we spoke to say like, no, we cannot do marketing without discounts. So we found people like that. We are glad, and we somehow I felt we are being guided, and a lot of support and love from the learners from what we do, and this is what is keep us going. I won't say it is success or not. I don't. I think success is more like a transition phase. It's not like a destination. So we are just continuing to doing what we are doing, what we love. And this feels like certainly like a game for us. Like tomorrow I'll go and I'll think about something new. I won't get tired. Same thing with the team. So everybody is aligned pretty much with what we are doing. I think that's the motive and probably the answer to your question. Great. We'll take one more question for Dalbai and then we'll chat among. Yes, please.
Hi, this is Saira Mogulla. I don't have any experience about this data or Power BI, but a few months, past 2 weeks, I have landed on this Power BI platform, started learning. But before this, I had a little bit of experience about the data. I have worked on a research paper and have written a conference research paper. I have gone through that Veka tool and all. But few days back, I have sorry for my English, just adjust it.
It's good.
See, I had a question that one of the private mentor told me that if you gone through the tools, whatever the data tools are, etc., whatever the tools had and AI tools, but you don't have a proper future and you don't have a job guarantee. I heard from him, and he only suggested that you need to pick a developer tool. Developer role. It's a Java or a Python, whatever it is, but better suggested, he suggested to me is to be a part of a developer. But I don't want to be a whatever the code, I don't want to tackle the code, but I want to go through the tools. So is any suggestion or whatever the question from him?
So you don't want to code, but you want to somehow learn these tools. Okay, sounds like a familiar question. Dalbai, you want to answer this?
Yeah, so whoever is suggesting that these tools will be automated, that is true even with Java programming or C++ programming. So ChatGPT has introduced this canvas, like the new canvas feature, where you can iteratively refine your code as if you have a junior expert Java programming sitting next to you. Right? So I'm a business developer, and my junior expert Java programmer is nothing but ChatGPT. I can refine my prompts, and that person will do pretty good coding for me. So I don't know why that person is saying that you need to be a developer and not the tool guy. Actually, that concept of automation applies to everything. So we need to have a good perspective on how these things are going to evolve. So if someone is suggesting, okay, do this versus that, we need to first evaluate whether that's actually right or not. And if you think about like the evolution of jobs, see, this is what we even discuss in our videos, in our courses, that you need to be a problem solver. If you are a person who are attached to a tool, it's like I am a Power BI guy versus I am a Tableau guy, then there will be difficulties. But if you are a problem solver, a person who can just that cyborg terminology, I can use bunch of tools which I have in my hand, and I can solve a given problem. So focusing on domain, building business understanding, improving communication, and designing solutions or solving problems holistically with the available tools which are out there is going to be the skill that will be in demand in the future. So no matter what you do, I will not probably give you a ready-made answer that, okay, do that Java course or become a Power BI developer. You can pick any of these. You can become Power BI developer, you can become data analyst, data scientist, or a programmer. But whatever you do, try to be a problem solver. I think that's what will help you the most going forward.
Problem solver is the key. Okay, thank you, Dalbai. Thanks for joining us, guys. Let's give one more vibe to him before.
All right, bye everybody. It was nice talking with you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right, put the deck back, please. What was the call quality? 5. All right. So we took the picture already. All right, folks, it's time to talk. And so we are going to do it. Like, you already have the bands, right? Okay, great. So find your tribe. So of course we cannot make this 300 people like one big group. It's not possible. Just find your tribe. And we have some great networking stars here today. Moving to the next slide. Yes. So I'll be just there. I'll just roam around, and we have other people here. So just find and just find your tribe, and we'll start discussing anything that you want to share on the stage. We'll get onto the stage. Yes. Yes. So all the networking stars, I would like to please come onto the stage. Hi Bharat, how are you? Hi Aditya. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Right, bye. Nice to see you again. Shale, good to see you. It's been a while. Please. So we'll just give the colors to them. So the colors are random or how is this? Yeah, you can just give it. Yeah. So guys, you can select some topics of discussion within your group, and if that is something that you want to share it on the stage, you can share it. Like you can summarize and share it. Like 2 or 3 groups can share it. All right. So if you want to take a little break and then come back, feel free to do so. Mine is yellow. Okay, CSK. All the CSK fans. Sorry, this is Hyderabad. I don't mean to offend. Yeah. How many CSK fans here? Wow. Guys, what do you think? 2025?
We have a separate channel.
Oh.
We can discuss these things.
Yeah. So folks, we have IDC. We also discuss stuff like that. So let's do a debate there. Who's gonna win? The auctions are over. You might have seen the results. Yeah. Already कर दिया. ठीक है. So folks, there will be a feedback form. It's very important. So just take a scan of this, fill it later. You don't have time now, but you can just fill it later, and we'll also drop it in the WhatsApp, because we don't take it for granted like, oh, this is great. We can still improve, and please give your feedback for that. Okay, all the CSK fans, do we have like IPL colors? No. SRH. Okay, SRH, Rajasthan Royals. Any RCB fans here? Wow. Okay. Virat Kohli fans? Yes. No, I mean, for Virat Kohli, they are. Like, Dhoni is there for CSK. RCB. So what do you think about the auction? What do you think about the auction? The recent auction? You didn't see the auction? Hey, what fan you are? Hey, they sold Virat Kohli. You didn't know? Man, then why you are a fan of RCB? No, just kidding. Virat Kohli is still with RCB. Okay. All right, folks, let's form a group. For people who want to take some comfort breaks, please do. And otherwise, let's form a group and have a discussion. Please come here.
Guys, there are refreshments available over here. Take your time, and then like you can go to the respective networking star. You have your colored bands, right? Go to your respective networking star, and later we can discuss about the summary points all together.
So it's more like you can ask questions, discuss with other people in your group, and someone from that group will be selected, and you will be coming here and giving a summary of what it is, whatever you guys discussed. Have any questions? Good? Yeah.
Folks, please make sure you are talking to at least 10 people, 10 new people today. So the gate is closed. Only if you talk to 10 people, the gate will be open. Okay?